O mankind, be mindful of your Lord so high, who created Adam the first in his tie. From Adam he made his partner bright, and from them many came to light. Fear Allah by whom you plead, and sever not ties in selfish greed. Give orphans what is right and fair. Do not replace their good with despair. Consume not their wealth with pride, for that is sin no law can hide. If you fear injustice near, marry others, yet be clear. Take two, three, or four if you are just, but if fairness is doubtful, then one is a must. Give women their due with a heart sincere, but if they forego, then have no fear. Do not entrust wealth to the weak, but clothe and feed them as they seek. Orphans must be tested right, then grant their wealth their proper right. Guardians rich must take no pay, but the poor may earn their way. For men and women shares remain, inherit just and fair retain. If kin, orphans, or the poor appear, give them gifts and words sincere. Let those who judge uphold what's right, for all their children they must trust. Who devours orphans' wealth in greed consumes but fire as their feed. Allah has set for sons their share, twice for them, as is just and fair. If daughters alone 2/3 they claim, if one remains, half stays the same. If parents live, each gets a part, 1/6 each if children start. If childless, the mother gains a third if no sibling remains. For wives, half if child there's none, a quarter if a child is born. For husbands, half if wives are gone, a quarter if they leave a son. If parents or children none survive, a sibling gets a sixth to thrive. If two or more, they share the third. This decree is Allah's word. These are the limits set divine, obey and in his mercy shine. Who transgresses and walks astray shall burn in fire a grievous way. For sin, let four bear witness first, then punishment be fair and just. If a man and a woman err, let them turn and not despair. Repentance grants a path anew before death comes and fate is due. Yet those who wait till life is past, their plea is void, their doom will last. Do not force women nor take their gain. Live with kindness, not with pain. If you dislike them, still hold tight, for Allah may bring good from slight. If you seek another bride, let the wealth you gave abide. Would you steal it with a hand so mean? After bonding firm and clean, marry not the wives before of fathers past, a shameful score. Forbidden are your kin so near, mothers, daughters, and sisters dear, aunts and nieces, sisters by milk, foster bonds as tight as silk. Your wives, mothers, and daughters too, if wed, their mothers, they're barred to you. Your sons' wives are barred to you. Two sisters wed is forbidden too. Married women you cannot take unless they're freed. For justice sake, with bridal gifts seek chastity, not lustful acts of vanity. If means you lack to wed them right, then captives may be sought in light. Seek their guardians, grant them care, give them mahar. That's true and fair. If wed and then they stray away, half their punishment they must pay. Allah lightens burdens true, for man is weak, his patience few. O believers, do not devour wealth unjustly in your power. Do not kill yourselves in vain, for Allah's mercy still remains. If one transgresses evil sought, hell awaits. as they are caught. Avoid the sins that he forbade, and enter paradise well made, which not for what the others see, for men and women both have ease. Inheritance fixed by Allah's law, justice set without a flaw. Men are keepers of their own, for what they spend, for what they've sown. Righteous women, faithful stay, guarding secrets all the way. If discord rises, then advise, then part your beds and chastise. Appoint two just ones in your sight. If peace is sought, Allah gives light. Worship Allah, none but He. To kin and poor give charity, the neighbor near, the traveler to the slave, the stranger, be just and true. Allah dislikes the proud and vain, who hoard their wealth yet seek no gain. Those who give just for display, yet lack belief, will fade away. If they had faith and shared their due, they'd find Allah's mercy true. Allah wrongs not an atom's weight, but doubles good with mercy great. On Judgment Day, the souls will find what deeds they did, both just and blind. Disbelievers face the grave, wishing earth could be their cave. O believers, approach not prayer, if drunk or impure, be self-aware. Cleanse yourselves before you stand, and pray with purity at hand. Thus Allah guides and makes it clear. The righteous path is ever near. A believer should never take a life, except by accident, not by strife. But if a soul is wrongly slain, compensation must ease the pain. A slave set free, a ransom paid, unless the family grants a trade. If the lost was one of faith, then freedom grants his soul its place. If tied by treaty, justice stands, the blood price paid with careful hands. But if one lacks the means to pay, then fasting cleanses sins away. Who kills in anger without remorse shall face the fire's eternal course. Allah's wrath will not be light, a curse upon his soul in blight. O you who strive in Allah's way, seek truth before you judge and say, if someone greets you, don't deny, for faith may live behind that eye. Once you too were lost and blind, but Allah's mercy made you kind. So be not hasty, be not vain, for Allah knows what lies within. Not equal are those who stay behind, and those who strive with heart and mind, who give their wealth, who risk their breath, are raised above the rest in depth. Degrees of honor, blessings bright, for those who walked with truth in sight, who left their homes, endured the cost, and bore the trials never lost. When angels take the souls to rest, some will find a fate distress. Why did you stay in lands unjust? We were too weak, we had no trust. Was not the earth so wide, so vast? Yet they remained, their chance had passed. But those too weak to flee the test may find in Allah's mercy rest. Who leaves their home for truth alone will find a better place unknown. And if they perish on the way, their wage with Allah stays to stay. If fear should strike while on your path, no fault in shortening prayer's math. For enemies lurk and dangers hide, yet prayer remains your guiding light. When in battle, let prayer divide. One group stands while one guards wide. When one bows, let the other rise, so none are left in danger's eyes. For disbelievers lie in wait to strike you down, to seal your fate, yet they too suffer loss and woe. While hope in Allah's light will grow, you have a hope they cannot find, a grace from Allah, pure and kind. He sent the book, a guiding flame, a truth so bright none can defame. So plead not for deceitful hearts. Their lies will tear the world apart. They hide from men, but not from Him who knows the whispers deep within, who seeks repentance, finds it near, for Allah's mercy calms all fear. But those who sin and cast the blame will bear the burden of their shame. No good in whispers, secret speech, unless to help, to heal, to teach, to giving charity unite, or call to what is pure and right. Who turns away from Prophet's call shall find himself in endless fall. No partner stands with Allah's throne. He pardons whom He wills alone. They worship falsehood, myths untrue, and follow Shaitan's cunning view. Accursed foe who vowed to stray, who leads mankind so far away. I'll trick, deceive, mislead, betray, and make them change their natural way. Yet those who trust in Allah's sight shall walk in mercy, love, and light. For hell awaits those who oppose, while gardens bloom where virtue grows, a place where rivers freely run, a promise true by Allah spun. No wealth or status can prevent the fate of deeds when time is spent. Each soul shall reap what it has sown and stand before the judge alone. Who speaks, who walks in faith, in just, strong, shall never face a fate so wrong. With mercy bright and love embraced, he walks in light, in Allah's grace. For none can stand in rank so high as those who bow to God most high, like Ibrahim, the friend so dear, who placed in Allah all his fear. The earth and heavens all obey, their secrets known, their fate His sway, and in His law a truth so pure, a path of light that shall endure. So stand in justice firm and bright. Speak truth, be bold, uphold the right. No wealth, no rank, no blood shall sway, for Allah sees and He shall weigh. O you who seek the path anew, hold fast to faith, let trust imbue. For those who strive and walk upright shall bask within the garden's light.